Hi everyone, welcome back to Toy Talk. Today we're going to focus on Planet of the Apes, Mego figures, and I've got several that I want to show you from recent years. Mego has been back in business for, I don't know, 6, 8 years, something like that, it feels like. And they've been doing some great figures in the recent years, including this Planet of the Apes series that I want to focus on today. I am wearing my Planet of the Apes t-shirt. I think I just have one, so I wouldn't mind getting another one or so. But this has a great picture on the back from the 2001 Planet of the Apes, which I know was not a favorite among many Planet of the Apes aficionados, but this one is a great t-shirt, and I actually do like that movie and most parts of it. So back to Mego, though. I want to start with this figure. So this figure was made a few years back, and it's of General Ursus. And they did a cloth, as they typically do, a cloth outfit that he has on. You can see here. I do have some of these out of the box, but I don't have them here at the house. Excuse me. I've got them somewhere else right now. So on the back, you see a picture of the actual General Ursus from beneath the Planet of the Apes, I believe it was. Not positive of that, but it's a great outfit that he has on in the movie, and this is just like a replica that wouldn't have the same texture on this part, the tunic part. This top part would have some texture. He's got a good face on him. I personally think the helmet should have been a little bigger. If you look at the helmet in the picture, it sure is. But when you look at this figure, that's one thing I think they could have done better. I think the face looks pretty good. You can see it there. And I think the outfit looks pretty good. I'm going to need to wipe these off. They've gotten some dust on them, I see. And then moving on to and actually I'm going to just do a little dusting as I go. So they just look dustier than I realized. This is the Taylor figure for George Taylor from Planet of the Apes. You can see the packaging is really nice. They did a good job on this. He's got his space uniform and a rifle right there. And, they didn't have NASA. I mean, they weren't using the NASA name because probably they weren't authorized. They didn't pay for it. So they have ANSA, A-N-S-A, and you can, or actually it's A-H-S-A, excuse me, on the back of his package and on the front of his uniform, which is right here too, but you can't really see it. It's kind of small, or too small. Of course, it's got the Statue of Liberty in the background. I think this is a pretty good likeness of Taylor or Charlton Heston, who, of course, played Taylor in the first two movies. I've seen some actually better likenesses of him in some other figures, but this one's okay. I like it. I just don't think it looks the most like him that I've ever seen. Also, in Beneath the Planet of the Apes, when the new astronaut went to, and let me see where he is. I've got him in here somewhere. Here he is. When the new astronaut, which was Brent, played by, I believe, James Franciscus, here he is. He was in the second Planet of the Apes, so really that should have said Beneath the Planet of the Apes, but they didn't put that because it's just overall it is Planet of the Apes, but I think at least on the back they should have sent Beneath. Here's a picture from the movie with Brent and Nova going through the tunnels, which brought them to they're under, that's why it's called Beneath the Planet of the Apes. They're under, the main part of the planet. And, it's about what they find down there, which we'll see here shortly, one of those. And I think this is a really good figure, and I'm glad they finally did one in the Mego series for him and Charlton Heston, because in the past they did just an astronaut figure, general astronaut, so I'm not sure why this time they were able to use the actual Charlton Heston look and this one. And actually, I'm just looking, but I guess they don't really have the actors' names on here, but they certainly have Charlton Heston's likeness, so they must have paid to use that, I'm assuming. And also, they have the picture here straight from the movie versus a drawing on the back of that one. So somehow they have the ability to use that. I'm still waiting for a Nova, by the way, but they haven't made Nova in this Mego series yet, unless I'm missing something. But yeah, these are really cool figures. I do like them a lot. Now, while they were beneath the Planet of the Apes, they came across the mutants, who had been infected by radiation, and this was the mutant leader, or it's supposed to be the mutant leader, which you see here in this picture from, again, beneath the Planet of the Apes. And I'm glad they finally did one of these too, because they had not done that in the Migos before. It's pretty general. It's not. I don't think it's. I think it looks somewhat like this guy from the movie. I'm not sure who that actor is without looking it up, but yeah, there's a similar look. But I mean, I think it's not identical. I've seen like NECA does a wonderful job sometimes on likenesses, or what's the other one? Medicom, maybe? I'm not sure I'm remembering that one correctly, but I think that's another one. They do pretty good likenesses. I think NECA is one of the best from what I've seen. So on this figure, it would be nice if, he had a removable face, since that's, what they did is in the movie they removed the outer mask-like face and then showed what they really looked like, which was not pretty. Was very deformed or mutant for sure. So he has the white robes that they wore in the movie, and also the sleeves. They cover most of their body except that face that's not real. So glad to have him in my collection. And then if we move on to some more of the apes, let's see, we already did General Ursus. So we've got a Cornelius. I have two General Ursus, I just realized in here. So Cornelius is, of course, one of my favorites with Zira. They're in both the first two movies, and actually the third movie too, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, which is a fun movie, by the way. That was filmed in the 70s, early 70s. First two, I know 68 was when Planet of the Apes came out. I'd have to look to see exactly when Beneath came out. But Cornelius's outfit looks really good. I mean, it looks very much like it did in the movie. Here's a picture on the back. Now, in Beneath the Planet of the Apes, this actor was replaced. Roddy McDowall couldn't do the movie. He had some conflict. So they had another guy, and I can't think of his name, do the movie. So I don't know. I'm assuming that's Roddy McDowall in this picture, but I'm not positive since two different actors played him. But I'd like to believe it is. Also on these, by the way, you see, I don't know if that's an older picture or a newer picture of Marty Abrams, who helped bring Mego back in the last recent years, and I'm so grateful. So Cornelius looks really good. I really think it's a great look. It looks probably closest to the movie, or to the way it looked. By the way, these were sold in shops, comic shops, Amazon, etc. So I got some at different places, including, I believe this was from Kokomo Toys here in Indiana, because it has a price tag on it, and the ones from Amazon generally don't. So, of course, they have the green suit, they have the brown shoes. In the movie, they're like just their feet, so they don't really wear shoes, I don't believe, just the feet. And then, let's see, there's also Caesar from the movie, but this is from Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, or is that right? Yeah, I believe so. Conquest. So he's got that green, military-ish looking with a rifle or an automatic gun, machine gun, and that was also Roddy McDowall in that part. So he did both Caesar and Cornelius, and was in 4 different movies for the Planet of the Apes. So this one is very dark, and taking place on Earth after you know, Cornelius and Zira came back and escaped from, or came to the Earth back in time, I mean, and they had their baby there, and then this is the baby grew up, which is Caesar, and that's him right here. So, yeah, it's really a great. I've loved the Planet of the Apes for a long time, and it's a great series. And these are some great figures, and I'm so glad they made them. Figures Toy Company also made some years ago. Let me see here. This is just the second duplicate one of these. And Figures Toy Company did replicas of 4 of the figures that were done in the 70s. So Cornelius, Zira, Soldier Ape, and Dr. Zaius. Which, by the way, I just realized I don't have a Dr. Zaius in this group. I have one, but he's not with these. So I'm sorry, I can't show Dr. Zaius. And the Figures Toy Company ones are kind of buried right now, so I can't get those. But overall, I just wanted to show you what a good job Mego has done in recent years. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't show you Zira. I knew there was one more I was wanting to get out of here. So Zira is shown here, and here's the picture from the movie. And she's in this outfit from when they did escape from Planet Apes and they came back. Because otherwise they wouldn't have been wearing these kind of clothes. But they took them out and got them some outfits. She needs a scarf here, I just noticed. Because, you know, she had this big scarf hanging down. And she doesn't have that here. But overall, it looks pretty good. They did a pretty good job replicating that outfit. It's a slightly different kind of material. But overall, for a figure, I think they did a good job. And she's wearing boots. So, yeah, I'm just so thankful that Planet of the Apes figures were made again. Some new ones like this, even though Zira has been made before, and it's the same head sculpt, basically. I think a lot of times when they did the reissues or reproductions, like I would call this, and the 50th anniversary superhero ones, they did used some of the same molds, from what I understand, for the heads and faces. So therefore, it looks extremely the same. And, you know, I don't know, maybe body molds as well. The bodies in some cases are a little different nowadays. They're not made quite the same. So hopefully they'll last longer. But actually the vintage ones I have, the Planet of the Apes are in the other room, but my superhero ones are up here. And they've, you know, I don't play with them. I just display them at this point. So they stay very good shape. But, yeah, these, I don't know if you take them out and truly kid played with them for 2-3 years, or even an older person, you know, using them in displays and stuff, I assume they would hold up, but I have heard of some newer Megos that didn't. So I hope that's, you know, that's the exception and not the rule, but I don't really know. All I know is when you keep them in here, I don't have to worry about that. But I enjoy them in the package, and I have some out of the package, so I don't really need to take these out. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video on Mego, Planet of the Apes figures, and I'll talk to you next time on Toy Talk. Take care.